Hey everybody, Skyward here. Welcome to my new Let's Play of Metal Gear Solid 2 Sons of Liberty, the HD edition. This game is fantastic. I'm just going to say it right now. This is also quite a fascinating game. Dealing with a lot of things that people say have still hold true to this very day. This game is definitely an interesting talking piece, for sure, in terms of the gaming world. Depending on when it came out, the types of content it holds, the famous start screen that keeps looping. Yeah. I am playing this on the Master Collection, because, Master Collection is super cool. We love Master Collection a lot. Come on, Bluepoint. Come on. There we go. Kind of feels a little bit quiet. I'm gonna increase the volume a little bit. There we go. Voice crack. Well, I'll probably adjust it a little bit. If I need to update the sound on that intro, I'll do it. It's pretty easy edit. It's nothing too crazy. But yeah, I love this game a lot. This game is a lot. I replayed it recently, and I just remember, holy shit, this game is so good. Especially after finishing a large game like Tales of Legendia, it's nice to have a shorter game. This is not going to be the longest project in the world. Longer than the original Metal Gear. But it's interesting because depending on how good you play, this is technically a lot more cutscenes than gameplay. Or at least it's a very close even split. There will be episodes where all we do is just watch cutscenes. We maybe play the game for like 5 minutes and then we just watch cutscenes. It's going to be a movie. I definitely have a lot to say, lots of thoughts. I played this back in 2024, my sophomore year of college. Again, special thanks, gotta give a shout out to my buddy Blake. He bought this Master Collection for me after I expressed interest, and lets me playing some of my favorite games ever. I love Metal Gear Solid 2. I love Snake Eater even more. I cannot wait to Let's Play that eventually, but before we do that, we're going through 2. It's also very important that another reason I'm playing this is because Master Collection Volume 2 comes out next month at the time of recording this, which means that for the first time ever, Metal Gear Solid 4, the conclusion of the Metal Gear saga, timeline-wise, minus Revengeance, the conclusion finally gets to be playable on something other than the stupid PS3. Okay, PS3 is a good console. But yeah, I have a lot to say about this game, lots to like. I'm gonna have fun with this. I had a blast playing this last month, just to practice for this Let's Play. I'm looking forward to playing again. It's gonna be a lots of long videos, maybe long videos, I don't know. Let's just have fun, okay? Let's just hop in. Here we have choices here. We have a choice to play a tanker dash plant, a tanker and only plant. There are technically 2 parts of this entire game. Cool enough, you can jump right into the second part, which is the main meat and potatoes, the plant. Or the tanker, which is more of a prologue. I personally like going tanker plant. I think that's the correct way to play. And here we have various difficulties. We have very easy, which is baby mode. Easy, if you're not really good at the game, but you want at least a little bit of tiny challenge. This is for you. Normal, standard, hard. If you're feeling a little bit confident, go right ahead. Things hit a little harder. Extreme and European extreme. For extreme, this is one of the hardest difficulties in the game. Enemies do a lot of damage, but then we also have European extreme. Game ends when being seen by an enemy. If you want the best rank in this game, which is Big Boss, you have to beat the game under like a certain time limit, less kills, only a certain amount of saves and heals, and without being caught. It's freaking brutal. This is honestly considered the hardest, the platinum for this game is the hardest platinum in the Metal Gear series because of this one difficulty. What difficulty we're good playing on? Bro, I ain't a pro, bro. We're going normal, bro. What you talking about? Let's see. Radar off. We have Radar and Sons of Liberty will not appear at all. Radar and Sons of Liberty does not appear during intrusion view. Radar and Sons of Liberty appears even during intrusion view. I want to say I usually play with Radar Type 1 because I'm a little bit... Okay, I don't know. This basically just means whenever you're caught, the radars... Or whenever you're in alert mode... the radar is off, so you don't really know when the enemies go off, I believe. Here, you can just turn the radar off all the time. Here, it's on, so I think you can see the timer. There's really not too much difference, and I think you can change this at any time, so I'm just gonna go with Radar Type 1. And then we have dog tags. 2001, 2002, this is really more so just a visual thing. I'm gonna go 2001. Go game release.
The Hudson River, 2 years ago. We had classified intelligence that a new type of metal gear was scheduled for transport. The whole thing stank, but our noses have been out in the cold too long.
Our boy is right on schedule. He'll know soon enough.
This is Snake. Do you read me, Otacon?
Loud and clear, Snake.
Kept you waiting, huh? I'm at the sneak point.
Everything going okay?
The stealth camo's busted. Landing impact.
We must have overused it. Sorry, but you're gonna have to deal with it. You're not in the military anymore.
Right. I didn't plan on relying on this gadget anyway.
The private sector's not so bad, is it? Privacy guaranteed?
I'm happy as long as no one gives me any more unwanted gifts.
You mean that thing with Naomi?
And I can't say I miss the chattering nanny.
Mei Ling's not so bad. That reminds me, I have to get in touch with her again about that new Natick flashware.
Diverting toys from the SSCEN again? Look, give her a message from me. Someone will find out, sooner or later. She's better off assuming it sooner and quit while she's safe.
Too true. Okay, Snake, let's get to work. You know how the technical specs of Metal Gear were sold on the black market after Shadow Moses?
All Ocelot's doing.
Exactly. And now every state, group, and .com has its own version of Metal Gear.
Not exactly a classified weapon for today's nuclear powers.
This new one seems to have been designed to wipe the floor with all the other models. The only consistent description is that it's an amphibious, anti-Metal Gear vehicle.
That explains why this one is under Marine Corps jurisdiction.
The mission objective is to make visual confirmation of the new Metal Gear being transported by that tanker and bring back photographic evidence. But I want you first to go up to the top level of the infrastructure, to the bridge. We need to find out where the tanker is headed.
A little reconnaissance, huh?
There's too much we don't know about this new prototype. Capabilities, deployment method. We don't even know how close it is to completion. If we know where the testing arena is, I can start to draw some reasonable conclusions.
All right, I'll head to the bridge ASAP.
Try to avoid confrontations. Our goal is to collect evidence on Metal Gear development and expose it to the world. It would be best if you could get out of there without alerting anyone.
Don't worry, I know the drill. We're not terrorists.
Very good. Don't you forget that you're part of Philanthropy now, an anti-Metal Gear organization and officially recognized by the UN.
Recognized, but still fringe, Otacon.
All right, let's look at your gear. Your weapon is a tranquilizer gun converted from a Beretta M92F.
M9.
It's a little hard to work with because you have to reload after each shot since the slide locks.
Better than scavenging at the mission site. Good suppressor, too.
The chemical stun will take effect in a few seconds and last for hours. You can take down an elephant with that thing. Check out the laser sighting, too. The effects of the anesthetic round will vary depending on what part of the body is hit. We're talking about a difference of tens of seconds between hitting limbs, chest, or head. As for the equipment... Hey, Snake? Cigarettes? What's wrong with you?
It's kind of a lucky charm.
You haven't read the Surgeon General's warning, have you? Here's the digital camera. Works almost the same way as your old one.
They don't look armed.
Hey, Earth to Snake. These are nice, upstanding Marines, not terrorists. Don't get caught. You're in stealth mode here.
Sure, and if it comes to that, a little beauty sleep never hurt anyone. By the way, Otacon, are you sure of this intelligence?
Absolutely. Hacked it out of the Pentagon's classified files myself.
No traces?
Oh, please. I'm too good for that.
But this might be a trap. Remember, there's a price on our heads.
You're just being paranoid.
I hope so. Those men, you wouldn't think they were anything but civilians from here.
With all the ships passing on the river and in the harbor, putting uniformed Marines on the deck would be a bad idea. People can get a clear view of the water from Riverside, too.
The water line is too high. According to the navigational plans, this ship should have discharged its cargo upriver.
It's in there, no doubt about it.
The military trains you to watch for threats from the stern on a boat. That's SOP for counter-terror ops, too. Security should be tighter.
You worry too much.
Where's the target?
Satellite surveillance is a major international pastime these days. I'd say the cargo holds, safely below the deck. Do you see the entrance to the holds?
Looks like there are a few entryways into the crew quarters. The chopper. What? Looks like we're not the only ones after Metal Gear tonight.
Is that a chopper I just heard?
Affirmative. Probably another cavalry. What's their game? Hijack?
They're probably targeting the ship's controls.
Otacon, how many men do you need to take over a tanker of this size?
The ship is run by a computer, so I'd say about 18 people.
AKS 74U. Russians?
You sure?
No Marine barber touched that head of hair. transmitting a photo. Let's get an ID on him ASAP.
I'm on it.
Looks like the tanker's theirs now. KA-60 Kasatka.
Kasatka? Kamov chopper, right? Killer whale.
We need to get a fix on who they are.
Judging by their transport, aren't they some kind of military commandos?
Not necessarily. It could be the KA-62, the civil model.
Look, Snake, all we need is the photographic evidence of Metal Gear. As long as we have those, we can put it online and blow the whole thing wide open. So no pyrotechnics, okay?
All right. I'll do my best.
This isn't like Shadow Moses. Reach me if anything happens. The frequency's 141.12.
How can I check in and save my progress?
I'll do it. There's a frequency set aside for it. 140.96. Sorry, but no Mei Ling this time. Call me on the codec when you want to save.
Got it.
I'll be waiting just past the Verrazano Bridge. You need to be off that ship by then.
I'll be in touch.
You see what I mean? We're 20 minutes into this video and now I can finally start playing. Okay, as shown before, we start with the M9, a tranquilizer with suppressor, puts enemies to sleep, press the square button to aim and release the fire, equipped with a laser pointer to help with aiming. New to this game, first person. This changes everything. This allows for more dynamic aiming, more precise aiming, things like that. It's a freaking godsend. You are going to use this thing a lot. We also have a couple other moves too. We can go ahead and we can punch by pressing the action button with the square. We can crawl down by holding down the X button and moving. Pretty good right there. The tranquilizer is our only weapon. We do not have anything lethal on our hands. But that's okay. You don't always need to have a lethal weapon on your side. In fact, let's go ahead, shoot that guy, knock him out of the count. Knock him out. You can pick up enemies by using the square button. You can drag them around a little bit if you want to get rid of some evidence, you know what I'm saying? Right there, that's a bandage in case we start bleeding. Let's see here. Gotta be careful here. Don't want to get caught. Let's see. What's over here? We got ration. Rations, you put these on. You can heal with these by pressing the X button on it, or if you equip it, it'll automatically heal you when you lose all your life. We have a camera. This is good for zooming in, getting a good read on things, and taking pictures. We have an AP sensor, life form detecting sensor. Vibrates on enemy approach. All other vibrations will be off when the sensor is activated. And we've got some cigarettes. Highly addictive and hazardous to your health. I think these slowly kill you, but they can be useful for certain things. So, gonna go ahead and take a chill pill for a moment. Gonna wait. Because what we want to do is we want to go in through here. We got a call.
Snake, go through that door into the ship's interior. Push the action button down in front of the door and wait until the door opens before letting go. If you need to open the door faster, hit the action button repeatedly while you turn the handle. Make sure you keep doing it until the door is open.
As he says, we hold the action button, we keep on pressing the open button, and we can go right in. So hey, another door. Let's open it right up. Silly Snake, you can't do that. That's bad behavior. So we're gonna go through here, and we're gonna see there is a guard around here. Here we have a bunch of lockers. By pressing the action button against these things, we can open them up, and we can see some stuff. And by sliding up against here, we can see there's a picture of a woman. Give her a little smooch. That doesn't do anything, but it is pretty funny. Let's see. There's actually something funny that we can do with this foe. Lockers do offer a lot of versatility. You can throw enemies in there after knocking them out. And I want to look at this photo for a bit, actually. Because as we see, Snake kind of starts moving around a little bit. And when we call Otacon...
What do you think you're doing, Snake? You don't have enough to keep you busy? Try to remember the mission if you can.
Yeah. You do get an achievement for that. It's called Snake Beater. He's gooning. It's great. See, that's what I mean. This game is full of just tiny details like that. Alright, so we got this guard over there. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to go out here. I'm going to go ahead and aim my sights. Shoot him down. Before moving forward, grab some M9 bullets. Always nice to grab some of those. And I'll show what I mean what you can do about the lockers. We can go ahead, go over here, and we can drag this man. It's really kind of a waste of time. I really don't have to do this, but I just want to show that you can. There'll be times when we can do it in the future, but, you know. Also, look at Snake's ass. Alright, one thing I will say, immediately, props to this game for, the graphics. I know it's the HD version. Yeah, see that we got a ration from carrying these guys. So whenever you get the chance, go ahead and shake enemies. You can get some ammo, you can get weapons, things like that. Pretty good time. Alright, you go to sleep in there, buddy. Alright. We won't be seeing him for a while. Coming back out here. Well, that's a locked door. We can't really do anything about that. Yeah. So we can knock those guys in there. Things like that. Pretty good. So let's move on forward in here to the cruise lounge. We have to be careful here, because there's enemies over there. We do have stairs right down here that we do have a stun grenade right here. Stun grenades. Grenade that stuns enemy soldiers temporarily. Press the square button to aim, release to throw. I use these to stun enemies, so we have a couple enemies here that could be pretty handy. I'm not going to really use them. I never really liked using them. Never really found them to work too much. I just got to think smart about when to strike the enemies. So I'm gonna watch this guy right here. I'm gonna knock him out first. He's the one I'm most worried about. Okay, he's looking away. Let's go ahead and knock him down. I'm gonna wait for this guy. Yeah, the game dynamics in this game are so much more dynamic. Dynamics in this game are so much more dynamic. Gonna wait to see this guy move. I'm gonna hit him. And we can look over here. Go back here, get some bullets. Check this out. I want to shoot. You can shoot those bottles. I know you can. Yeah. Again, details, people. Details. So we can knock these guys out. Get another ration for our troubles. And we can knock this guy. Drag him around a bit. Get ourselves more bullets. And let's see. Trying to think about how to go about that. There's a guy down there. Let's have another exit right over here. Let's see. Is there anything over here? I want to say we want to maybe go up here to starboard. I do want to be careful, because there's a guy right over there who can be some trouble. Got this up there. We can't do anything about that. We have this over here. We go out this way. Back to this deck. Gotta go over here and hide, because there is a guard right there. So be careful. I'll watch out for him. He turns away. Knock him out. We can take care of him. But you don't really need to come up here for anything. You can grab like an extra bandage, I think. But there's nothing too crazy. So let's go over here. Got this guy again. If we go up right by an enemy, we can... Oh, that was close. He actually turned around. If we go up behind an enemy, you can actually hold them up, and you can have them shimmy, all that stuff, and you can get a clear shot on them. You have to get really close for that to happen, though. Also, you notice how I have footprints because I was out in the rain. The enemies will spot you. They will pay attention to footprints, so be very careful about that. Let's see. That leads the same way. We have that down there. Let's see here. I think I want to go upstairs, but I want to wait a moment. Because down here... Okay, we got a guard. Voice crack. We got a guard down here. Knock you out. Open you up. We need USP first. We do not have that yet, so that's going to be something for later. So I'm going to shimmy you. Nothing? Okay. Shimmy you, shimmy you. So let's see. I'm going to go up here. I want to say this is where we want to go. Yes. To Deck C. Do have a camera up there. I'm not entirely sure what we can do. I don't know if shooting it will do anything. Nope. Okay, you can destroy cameras in this game, but we do not have that ability yet. So what we need to do is we need to slide against here, against the wall, so we can avoid that. Good. Good. Open up in here. Get some chaff grenades. These chaff grenades. Grenade that neutralizes electronic devices temporarily. Press the square button to aim, release to throw. Pretty stellar stuff, I got to say. Down here, crawl under here, get ourselves another ration. Grab ourselves some of that. And hey, look, that's where the blockage was. The blocked entrance. Let's see here. So let's go ahead, go over here. To the crew's quarters. Alright, so we got that guy right there. Guy's a little bit of a menace. So I'm gonna go over here. Let's see. Got a call from Monocon.
Snake, wait! Don't move!
I see it. Some kind of device on both sides of the hall. Infrared sensors?
Right, and they're linked to...
Let me guess. Semtex.
Exactly. Plastic explosives. If you trip the sensors...
I'll be sleeping with the fishes, along with this entire ship.
That sounds about right. There aren't that many infrared beams. Maybe you can get past those without setting off the explosives. If you need to see exactly where the beams are, you can use the usual method. There's a fire extinguisher over there. Break it open and try scattering some of the extinguishing chemicals.
I think I was muted for a moment. He speaks the truth. There is a fire extinguisher. If we come in here, we can get ourselves a nice little box. The classic cardboard box. Cardboard box 1. Cardboard box to transport perishable foods. Equip it to wear. We go box mode. Let's call Olicon and see what he has to say.
Snake, that's the pantry where they keep the food supplies. Lots of cardboard boxes. You could probably use one to blend in and avoid being discovered.
Thanks, Otacon. Alright. Warning, though. If we enter this room... a guard will come in. But, normally, in normal Metal Gear, this would be kind of dangerous. But, remember, we have the trank gun. Which means, what we can do, if we aim our cards right, we could do something pretty devious. We could do something like, shoot this guy in the foot. We can even see it in there. Otacon did mention that shooting where you shoot this guy, actually shooting him in the boot probably. Never mind, it does do something. Depending on where you shoot them, it does affect how long they fall asleep for. So a shot in the, or how long it takes for them to fall asleep. So shooting them in the feet takes a little bit. You notice how whenever we got headshots, it was pretty instantaneous. I'm gonna move this guy back here. Because who needs him, right? So now I'm gonna be a little bit careful. Let's see, we got that guy over there. Okay, he's a little alerted. Okay, knock him down. And so here we have the Simtex, which is the pretty dangerous explosive. We freaking walk over that, we go boom boom. But if we go ahead and shoot the fire extinguisher, you can see that's not really too hard to dodge it. In fact, all we have to do is crawl. Pretty simple stuff. There is a way to deactivate it, but we don't have that power yet. I'm gonna shimmy this guy. Yeah. So we're gonna go overhead. You don't even have to do that, by the way. You can totally go into the other room, deal with that guy, avoid that camera, and go right ahead. This way is technically easier. Holy crap! Look at the bro, dude. Snake doing the stanky leg. What the heck? Bro, get down with your bad side, Snake. Okay, no. All right, let's go upstairs.
So it is the Kasaka. Russian choppers.
Snake, did you find out where that ship is headed?
Yeah, I'm looking at it. 35 degrees longitude, latitude around 58.
More than 500 miles off the coast of the Bermudas, out in the middle of the Atlantic. So the prototype is ready for solo testing. It's basically combat worthy. That area is outside the Second Fleet's operational range, too. It must be a standalone Marine Corps project, which means this prototype Metal Gear must be designed for independent deployment, without any naval assistance. Anyway, analysis can wait till later. Snake, you need to go down to the holds and locate the actual metal...
Ooh, mysterious individual. Dead people around. USP first. Man, all this USP ammo. What are we gonna get next time? That's right, I said next time. We're ending things off here. I know it was a lot of cutscenes and all that stuff, but hey, I think we got a good enough balance of gameplay today. You know, we made some pretty solid progress. Would you believe me if I told you we're already pretty much halfway through the tanker? Would you believe me? Yeah, you can get through this game pretty fast if you know exactly what to do. And I've been kind of goofing around a little bit, having a bit of fun. Yeah, I'm happy we played this game. So, we made it here to the tanker as a member of Philanthropy, an anti-Metal Gear organization officially sanctioned by the UN, although on the fringe, according to Snake. And we invaded the tanker as we see that we are not the only ones after this project. Seems like the Russians are involved. And after sneaking around, we made our way here all the way to the deck. where, well, looks like they're all dead. Guess we're a little bit too late. So, with a little bit of investigating, seeing a bunch of stuff, looks like things are getting slightly a bit interesting, and there's someone mysterious out there. So next time on, I almost said Tales of Legendia. No, next time on Metal Gear Solid 2, Sons of Liberty, we're going outside to see who the heck that person is. Could be anybody. See you guys then. But of course, we're ending things off, as we usually do.
Do you want to save, Snake? Snake, you of course know the saying, one for all for one?
What is this all of a sudden?
Oh, I figured you'd need a lot of motivation, so I came prepared. It's from the Three Musketeers. The book, not the candy bar. Anyway, it means that if you go up against everyone by yourself, they'll gang up on you too, I think. Since you're on your own on that ship, you need to take this to heart and avoid confrontations. How was that? Just like the old days, huh?
Almost reminds me of Mei Ling. But you sure you got it right?
Of course. And I'll teach you a lot more of these. You can count on it.
Great.